master for this evening. That'll be the lovely job of my brother Ty. We're going to be going once again into his D&D campaign to enjoy might and magic and strangeness, as is true of all and every single one of our absolutely lovely games that we have. I'm going to get back in there and then we will hand it over to Ty. Okay.
It does kind of fit.
It does. And once again, we have our lovely cast with us this evening. We've got Cody. We got Cody.
Hello,
Will be playing.
I was first. Get wrecked, nerds.
We have Cody playing Rex. Our friend Lynx. Lynx Drinks playing Egan. My character's bodyguard. And we have, once again, Sunday playing Ambrose Ishva. And I'll be playing Bertrand Malziega. And it's all going to be run a massive, horrible thing. Thank you for the host, BT. A horrible job of making sure we actually do something beneficial is going to be the task of my brother Ty, also known as Crumb Tyrrell, our very own Lundgren Bask from the 14 Onyx campaign.
He is not going to be able to keep on track.
I said trying to.
If it's just I try, whether I fail or not, I still try. All right.
Look, it's going to be like somebody trying to, with their bare
Herd
arms, trying to stop an avalanche.
I thought you were going to say herd cats. I'm going to say I found that very offensive. That is very racist. I do not appreciate your accusations. Anyway,
You're not the only weird character here.
but herding a
Are you
cat.
sure about that? Are you sure about that?
So he's not the only weird character here.
I didn't say it was
Oh,
weird. I was
okay.
saying about the cat. Anyway, so Ty.
All right. So, when we last left our lovely cast of somewhat lovable characters here, they had to go to, I think it was, I know it was Co-Made, that's what it was, to check out one of the crystals that had been knocked out of alignment. They get there, and they were led with crystal pilings to a downstairs building to meet with Dr. Bigger Biggleston, who had a piece of the crystal he said he bought from an old man in rags, which he gave up, strangely, without a fight. And so the party went to put the crystal back together. Some of it was still missing, but it was mostly there. It got shifted back into place. They met with a druid in town who was basically a slacker who slept through only the important lectures at college, who started convulsing, and all of his clothes, flesh, and so on burst off his frame, and he became undead, who they promptly took care of.
Big oof.
Hey-oh.
After hearing a bunch of running footsteps and loud noises outdoors, they decided to secure the area and the valuables, even though they didn't belong to them, but oh well. Only to find out after they whipped open the door that there was nobody in the immediate vicinity. Which is where we had actually left him. All right.
So wait, we weren't supposed to take the stuff that the dead guy left? No one was stopping us?
Technically, no one was stopping you.
Ah, so it's okay then. If no one comes from the future to stop you, it really can't be that bad.
And I remember I kind of opened the door back up, said, nobody's out here, but there's a lot of noise coming.
Yeah. We also, if I remember correctly, took a lot of the papers that he had available.
Shoved them into Egan's bag of holding.
Notes. His notes. That were not in his handwriting, by the way, as I recall. Okay, so got the dead guy's things. You've sufficiently cleaned things up. There's nobody around. What would you like to do?
Get out of Dodge.
Yes, I want to get my client out. Bertrand, I think it's time to go.
I do agree. I think we have worn out our welcome and have more questions than answers. So let's still find ourselves some answers.
All right.
Questions?
As you guys walk out of town, you notice that the plants have slightly perked up, but not by much.
So let's find the rest of this crystal.
That
The
is true.
farmers thank you.
I do the
And-
I do the wave.
And say you should try to send another druid if you can, but they'll send for one themselves if they don't come within a day or so.
You do that.
Peace.
Oh god, it's like the Southern goodbyes. Bertrand's just like,
Six,
nope,
6 hours.
nope,
Yeah, yeah.
nope, nope.
Goodbye.
All right. So
I'll see you
you're
later.
back to, I forgot. Where you guys have to be back to the queen.
Ransom. Yeah, outside of Ransom.
Your
I
nice place.
actually, wait a minute. It switched for you. I got to switch it for me as well. Okay. All right. So you're back in front of the queen. Actually, I think based on that exact configuration, you never left.
Haha. That was easy.
Genius. Yep.
If anyone
Somebody's
asked, you meant to do it.
pinging randomly. All right. So things are looking slightly better. Things are still a little bit out of phase, but people are missing less of their body parts.
Ma'am, we have returned after investigating the area with the crystal.
And what did you find?
We found probably one of the worst, I do mean the worst, druids I have ever encountered.
How so?
Well, he barely knew what was going on. The plants were dying, and he had no idea. He admitted on his deathbed that he was, in fact, the worst in the entire school. Other than that, we found a bunch of crystals broken in pieces. We brought some of them, and also a very large man who was trying to figure out what they did. I assume. A very strange man.
A large man.
A large man who was stitched together.
I think those two descriptions are mutually exclusive. Could you perhaps explain some more?
A strange man stitched together? Are mutually exclusive? Well, he was a man, and he was stitched together. I don't know how much clearer I can be on this. He was very large, and seemed to be bits and pieces taken from other bits and pieces made into a man.
That was stitched together.
Yeah.
It seems
I
about
would
right.
use the word I used last time, but I don't know if my character would actually know.
So,
Peculiar.
different parts of flesh then.
Yes.
Made of multiple things, not just a person.
Mm.
Oh. Hmm. Okay. This is some kind of necromancy or demonic experimentation then. She's rubbing her chin thoughtfully and pacing.
I
she
wouldn't
says
say
this.
that. Not everything is demonic.
He was quite
He was oddly enough very polite.
nice.
He was civil
Very
to you.
polite.
Okay.
Yes, he was. It was very strange. I was expecting
didn't
we'd
you
have to
have-
kill him.
If he wasn't civil, he would be dead.
We didn't even have to threaten him for the crystal piece.
So he was more of a man of, or a stitched together man of culture then, rather than violent or bloodthirsty?
I would assume it'd be a multiple cultures stitched together like he himself was. But
He was a very well put together man.
I would say
Civil.
the
One could say he had his head on straight.
stitching that he had was quite top notch. It was very much a professional job. It did not appear to be that of some hackneyed necromancer in the backwoods who has no idea what he is doing.
Would you say his stitches were straight laced?
I would indeed.
I believe the word we are looking for here is civil.
I believe we already said that word.
Well, he's also stitched up tight.
But that's really not the way to get ahead of the situation here. Someone give this man a hand.
Do you have any insights
Uh,
upon this?
Yes, I may.
But do
As
you?
far as as far as that
We might
druid,
be.
she's looking over to Thatcher as she's speaking to you, as if she wants to figure out what he's doing, and then once she figures out what he's doing, she turns back to the three of you and continues. As far as the druid, perhaps, but as far as this stitched together man, not just yet. Usually, I do believe, or an Irish, yes. As far as the druid, I don't think they would have sent somebody who is as silly as you say to cover that. Was there any evidence of.
Of outside interaction? Why, yes.
Yes.
We have documentation written in somebody else's handwriting, which we found within his horrible domicile.
I'll pull out the documents and hand it to her.
Hmm. Yeah, okay. Yes, okay. And she is looking over the handwriting and such. These are actually reveal the locations of the other crystals, so this is a concerted effort to put things out of line, as I thought. Sometimes things can't just be simple.
Well, it seems quite simple to me. Someone wants to mess up your crap, and then they manage to find places to mess up your crap. How simple can it be?
With very poor defenses
It's true.
in place.
Poor
Yes, let's
de-
leave a crystal that can hurt magic in the middle of a town.
It seems to me that you must work on your security services, which I'm sure Mr. Egan's company can provide much more better than we can. However, that is a topic for a different day. Where are the locations of these other crystals so that we may investigate their safety and confirm our suspicions that they are not safe?
It might fall into the hands of people with more than one hand.
Could be
That's
a
everybody.
it could be a ham-handed situation.
She tells you you're going to have to go to. I'm going to have to drag you across the world.
Ma'am, please do not put your hands on me without permission.
She's a little bit handsy.
He wants
Well,
you to go
Depending
to,
on what limbs she's missing.
Sounds like she might be quite hands-on.
I'm going to put me over there. Hold on. As soon as we load in.
If I remember correctly, she barely had a leg to stand on.
No, she
She
was.
was missing a leg. Or missing a torso, actually.
No, she didn't have a stomach for the job.
Oh, she wasn't
Well,
all
she
there.
couldn't
Stomach it at all.
My-
No, sir.
She was all busted up.
All right,
I'm
she
not
wants
sure
you.
anybody's gonna get that one.
I got
She
it.
wants you to go
Oh.
to the towering trio, and she specifies which is over here. And she specifies that you'll need to go to the North Tower specifically. She mentions also that they wanted to throw people off on where the crystal was at, but she's also going to do an investigation within her own ranks and the guilds as well to discover basically who's leaking, because without that specific knowledge, they simply wouldn't know where to go or what to sabotage.
Are you talking leaking in the medical sense? Because I may assist with that, as I am a doctor.
No,
No,
maybe a leak in
actually,
the agricultural sense. There's a
would
leak in the
be-
boat. Ah!
I could help them leak more.
We
In
are.
the sense of what Mr. Thatcher might know as an information leak.
Bertrand just kind of very dramatically turns and looks at Rex Thatcher like, huh?
Oh?
Would you like to clarify, Mr. Thatcher?
Only in the sense that he knows that those types of leaks, when they are found, need to be stopped.
Ma'am, with all due respect, I do not believe you are Mr. Thatcher.
I was just
Uh,
thinking that.
I was gonna let it go.
Uh,
Like, it threw me off so hard I forgot what was happening. I was like, what am I gonna say? Oh wait, that's not me. Wait, what are we talking about?
so, we need to go ask someone who has loose lips.
Well, you know, the looser the lips, the better the time.
I have to.
I'll leave that experience to you.
Well, I know this guy. Where do I
By
know
the
this
way, it
guy?
was Irish Sunday.
No, it wasn't
I was gonna let him go
I can't
Scottish.
Do Irish. Can't do Irish.
I don't think it was as thick a Scottish accent.
Yeah.
You got always drop it there!
It's been a while since we played. Give me a break.
Fair, because I completely forgot what happened the last session.
I actually remembered once I sat down and looked at the screen.
I
We
forgot
need to go find someone who's going to tell us what to do.
I
Why
know,
can't
I'm
you
trying to
tell us
find,
what to
like,
do?
I'm trying to find the best spot to go. I like all these names.
Well, no, we're supposed to go. That seems to be an indication that we must go to the trio towers and be on
The northern of the trio towers.
Ah, I find someone there. Perhaps give them a very poor medical practice, and as long as my insurance is paid up, will not get called for it.
Okay, let's go.
All right, so
As I walk out of the room, I say, I never did swear that Hippocratic oath.
the middle of the towers is sort of a town square, but the towers also border it, and the towers are pretty tall.
So there's three
Right.
towers, and they border it, so it's a triangle.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I should actually be
And-
looking at the map itself instead of the map on my previewed screen.
Because
Oh.
right now
I see a
we
cart.
got a
I
wagon
think.
with some. We
Can
got
you
some,
guys see anything at all?
Yeah,
can't.
it is a little blurry.
Did you
but-
zoom in
is
too
a little-
goddamn far?
Okay, let me.
But I just zoomed out and it's
just
fine.
a little bit blurry.
Yeah, if I zoom out
It's
to
fine.
10%, it's
If you
not
zoom
bad.
out to 10%, it looks very good.
Okay, because I thought I had just stretched the map out too thin.
That's what happened. If you made this in here,
No.
I think you made. So in Dungeon Player Studio, each of one of those squares should correspond to one of the squares here. So I think you made a very small picture, and then
Oh,
then you blew it up to 3 times what it's supposed to be, and that's why it's blurry.
okay.
Yeah, because that cart is probably not 5, 10, 15,
Like 50 feet across.
20, 25 feet.
Like this.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
this is not. For your information, this is not Brobdingnag
So yes,
from Gulliver's Travels. Okay.
that is an important point of learning. Each one of those squares corresponds to a 5-foot square on roll 20.
Yes.
That is a huge cart.
This is Og, King of Bashan. He's so small. This is for Og, King of Bashan.
Okay, so we can size it down.
I mean, it might be easier just to size us up.
That is a cruise ship of a wagon.
That's like a
Alright,
double
so
wide railroad track of a wagon.
Let's put you all. Whoops. This is on the map later.
Also, why is
so
there an enormous bat just north of the
I'll
wagon?
get to that.
Okay.
I'll get to that eventually.
Oh,
so-
right. So
so-
we're going to a town.
You're going to a town. There were supposed to be people here, but I forgot to add those. We'll get to that.
Hello,
there-
my
Actually
good
very
fellow.
easy. It's
There
actually very
is-
easy to do.
I forgot. I forgot what some of these things are.
Don't say you forgot. Just roll.
Okay.
Roll.
Hey,
Yeah,
Ty,
you know,
do you remember
Yeah.
one of the things of advice that Mr. Armstrong gave us?
Gave us many pieces of advice. Care to narrow it down for me just slightly?
When you screw up during a concert, don't let the audience know because they don't know the difference unless they're really
Right.
on it.
Excellent. All right.
We're the audience.
So
You're the symphony.
there
Go.
are some barrels here. There are like some sacks and so on. Sacks full of stuff, and a barrel. And also, there's a cart here. That's a normal sized cart. It's not 30 feet across as the size of the previous size of the map would have indicated. All right. That is not the size of it. It's normal size. Also, there is a sheepskin underneath it.
I would like to sit on that.
Are there any
Okay.
people around?
Yes, there are a few people, and there is a bat.
There's a bat.
Yes,
Is it a malicious bat or just a
No.
random bat?
it's not random. It's
They're
curious.
a Louisville bat.
I just kind of turn around, light one of my cigarettes, and just kind of say to Egan, "This place gets getting stranger and stranger."
Did you want to eat that?
No,
It is
I'm not.
quite-
Even, I don't need some soup right now.
It kind of flies over to you and flies around just a little bit, not threateningly, but as if observing you out of curiosity. And from off screen, another man. He's about 4'10". He rushes over to where the bat is. And, oh, thank you. My name is Russell. You found my bat. Has he hurt you at all?
Who the
Nope.
hell are you?
Why do you have a bat?
His name is Russell, obviously.
Why do you have a bat? I have no idea, sir.
How do you have a bat?
You're not familiar with the towering trio, are you?
Sir, I didn't even know we were in the Towering Trio. I just got here. I know
Nevertheless.
nothing of this place.
My name is Russell, as I previously mentioned, of course.
Hi,
And
Russell.
this, he kind of whistles a little bit, and the bat flies over and perches on his shoulder. Is my familiar William?
Is it a bigger bat than normal or just a regular sized bat?
It's
Is
some
it
bats
actually
are
almost
rather
10 feet?
large, but it fits comfortably on his shoulder, where it's almost like a cape. So
Holy
You-
crap! That's a fruit
It's
bat
Batman!
side. No,
it's his shoulder, right? But it's not. It's like it's the flaps of the cape, not the entire cape. So the bat's wings aren't like 5 feet long. They're more like maybe has a total wingspan between both of like 4.5 or 5.
this is a
You
fruit
know
bat.
the Batman who
Yeah, that
lives
is
on
a large bat.
Wayne
That is a
Lane?
very large bat. Like, small bats are vampire bats that sit in the palm of my hand or on my thumb. That's
This
a
is
small
so
bat.
cute.
It's not that small. He would cover like one shoulder and a little more.
That's
and-
freaking huge.
On the size
But
of
it's like a parrot.
on the
not a parrot,
size of
Again.
small bat to large bat, we're solidly on the side of large bat. Which I would be much more
You know what? This
alarmed by
man has
that.
a large bat familiar.
Do we just pause and know that this guy's name is Russell Williams? Or Russell and
No.
Williams?
I mean, I think it'd be funny if his name was Bruce Wayne. Or Wayne Bruce.
God damn it.
Man bat.
I forgot the Joker's real name.
Nobody actually knows his real name.
Actually,
It's been said that his name is other things, but they have not come out and said it
Oh.
through the DC comic.
So it's not canon.
he has been called Joe
Jack-
Cool, and he is
Jack Napier,
Jack Napier.
so
but nobody knows his real name.
in general, I have posted the Google search of fruit bat size. The second or third picture is about how big a average fruit bat is.
Hmm.
Yeah,
That's fruit bats are freaking
Whoa.
are cool.
they're cool. They're large and terrifying.
What?
I didn't realize that they were all that huge.
The
I mean,
giant
so-
golden crowned flying fox.
They are legitimately the flying dogs of the animal world.
Yeah, they're
Yes.
super cool though. I mean, they eat lots of bugs. They're good for the
But
environment.
they're also very creepy.
Especially the ones with dog faces that look like somebody just super glued a dog's head on a bat's body.
Oh, you mean like this?
Yes.
No, do not post it.
No, don't do it. All right, so Russell
I
says,
posted it anyways.
as I had mentioned, my name is, of course, Russell. Who are you all? Nicely, of course. And what brings you all to the Tower and Trio today?
First of all, your name being Russell is not apparent other than that you stated it, so it cannot be anything else. It's not obviously
We're
that. My
here-
name is Bertrand
That's correct.
Malsiega. These are my associates, Egan, Ambrose, Mr. Thatcher, and we are inquiring about the North Tower today.
He's.
We need the crystal. We're
Who
trying to
did you
fix
say
it.
you guys were again? Sorry, he suddenly hops from foot to foot and acts as if he has an itch behind his ear.
I'll be
Egan
honest
just kinda
today.
grabs him by the front of the shirt and says, "Stop moving around
Egan,
now."
It seems.
you can turn a friend.
Hang on. I would like to insight check this man to see if he's trying to signal someone.
Okay,
I would.
go ahead.
And you want me to roll a strength check to hold him?
You won't have to hold him.
Will I? Should I roll an insight check then? That would
Go
be-
ahead. Yeah.
All right. What is the deepest secretness of this man's soul?
He's not trying to signal anybody. He's like nervous and itchy suddenly.
Take us to where the crystal is.
Okay,
Or
but
where
you
it
should.
was.
Other people have been experiencing strange sights and smells and so on, so you might want to follow somewhat behind me. Okay.
Well,
I
It's
look
like
at my
people missing
body.
body parts.
He kind of just, shows off his face through his Technicolor. He almost, it looks like he's wearing Joseph's Technicolor raincoat.
Are
Okay,
these? Are
so
I must ask, are the local inhabitants encountering something along the lines of massive amounts of diarrhea, piss, and uncontrollable vomiting?
Oh, and bleeding from eyes. That is not good as well. Unless you mean
no. That sounds disgusting. Where are other people?
Then I'm sure I'll be able to
experiencing
handle whatever smells I'm going to encounter.
that? Okay. Did anybody ever tell you possibly you're a strange man?
He's
Every
not a
day
man.
I've known him. Every day.
That
If
is
you
true.
look closely, he is a man cat.
The backseat. Okay. Okay.
Bertrand's just pointing at each and every one of them as they say something that he agrees with.
Okay. Follow me. Okay. Just
Follow the
just
yellow
don't
brick
hurt your-
road.
Why do we
don't
get
hurt
like a?
yourselves, okay? And sometimes people react strangely to magic beings, and for some other reason, it's gotten a tad weird around here lately.
You don't
Who's
say.
going?
We had like people
Lead us
missing
there.
body parts.
You all have a fascination with body parts.
Seeing as we're on a case,
Do you have a fast? Go ahead.
seeing as we're on a case of figuring out what's happening to people who are missing body parts, it seems like a logical question to ask in a new town that says they're experiencing strange happenings. It isn't more stranger than people having body parts missing and still being alive.
Egan's just gonna put his arm around Russell and go, "Do you have a strange fascination with keeping your body parts attached to you?
I do.
Then show us the way now."
I can help alleviate
Quit
that.
jaw jacking.
He leads you to the base of the tower, and let's see. Does anybody have a passive perception higher than 15? I know I keep asking that.
Mine is a 15.
Mine
Yours
is
is a
12.
15. Okay.
And I am alert.
Somebody roll perception. I don't care who it is.
Oh.
I would be keeping my eyes open, so I will roll perception because I doubt us do that well on
Oof.
it.
Okay,
Oh,
I'll take it. All right, so he has a sleeved jacket on, and you can also tell that when he's walking in front of you, you're far enough away so that when he's walking, his arms are swinging, his hand is moving in and out of phase as if it's being shaded
oh no!
every few steps.
I still have my arm around him as
Oh.
we're walking.
Okay, well then you would see it, maybe.
Thank goodness it wasn't just disappearing in and out of his coat.
No. If you can see it, you're 4'9", and he's about.
He's 4'10".
Okay, you would be
You
able.
said he was 4'10".
Okay, you would be able to, as his arm was swinging, if you would like, glance down like at the ground, kind of, you could see it.
God, this is
We've
Munchkin.
seen something like that before.
You have you? Where?
Oh, just outside of Ransom.
Wouldn't
Hey,
happen to
location's
be
not
in-
important.
Wouldn't happen to be in the Queen's domain, would it?
You, sir, you are very
I
free
know
with your
about
information. I do believe you might be the leak we're looking for. Now tell me. And I kind of lean heavily on this small man. Do you tell everyone your secrets on the first date?
No.
And why are you so free with us?
Because I want to go back to that place as seldom as possible. Her subjects are weirdos.
Sir, you are
I
quite
mean,
strange
fair point.
yourself, but they are also
Have you
quite
looked in the
strange.
mirror?
Goddamn day.
I make errands there sometimes if the guild master asks me to, but other than that, I don't go there.
What guild?
This is 1/3 of the Wizards Guild.
Wizards, you say?
Yes, you've heard of them.
I've indeed
No.
heard of wizards.
Oh,
Shouldn't the
Rex is-
learned be the ones helping take care of this?
True.
Rex is gonna look over at Egan. What the fuck is a wizard?
Magic user. Reads a book a lot. They're nerds.
There isn't that.
nerds? What?
I think
What's
he
a
heard you call him
nerd?
a nerd.
Egan's just got a good grip on the back of this guy's shirt. Like, just keep walking.
Okay, just keep walking. Don't mind me nothing. Okay.
Egan, do we need to get you out of room?
There's room for you and for my sword. Now shut it, elf.
Okay, so he leads you into a small room, which I have not drawn.
What
Yet.
does the room look like?
The room has wooden floors, about shelves that are about 10 feet, ceilings that are about 10 feet high, and shelves of books. Not quite everywhere. You can still walk, but there are a lot of books here.
Okay. Are there any windows in this dark hovel?
Yes, there are.
Okay. Is this the North Tower?
You mean if you're inside the North Tower?
Yes, because we've
Yes.
transitioned from 2 to 3 places very
Yes,
seamlessly.
you are.
Okay.
This is the North Tower. You are technically inside.
Are there anyone sitting around?
Yeah, there are people in pointy hats sitting around, yeah.
I won't.
What color are the pointy hats?
All colors.
Okay.
But some of the hats don't match the robes.
Oh, that's uncomfortable. I don't know whether that's comfortable.
So
I want
the
a blue
drapes
one.
don't match the carpet.
Oh no! No!
I had to.
All right. So, I suppose, and he motions for Egan to gently take his hand off his back. That
He'll
I
just
should
kind of
let
push
you
him forward.
talk to the guild master.
Very good. I was about to ask for him. Okay.
Because he starts itching himself again. It's gotten a little strange around here. And
I'm just gonna go up to this man. I'm gonna peel open his eyelids and check to see if there's anything wrong with his eyes, any bloodshotness, and just start giving him a physical, just to make sure that this man isn't high off his ass.
Hey, now turn your head to the left and call.
And give him
Now
a
to
very
the
quick
right.
physical to make sure that he's okay.
you do this to everyone you meet within
No,
so short
no,
a time of meeting them.
No, I am doing this. I am doing this to our guide with his giant ass bat, his bat cape. And just like, sir, do you feel any strange sensations? Have you felt any burning when you pee?
This man with a giant bat who is publicly itching himself.
Itching
Has
his
somebody
ear.
offered you? Have you taken something from somebody called Molly?
You riding the rabbit pony?
I don't know what any of that is, so I have to say no. Sorry. Should I?
Should I make a medicine check to see the state of health this man is in?
If you want to.
I would love to.
Okay.
Please be good so I can find out what the hell's wrong with him.
Oh,
4. I believe he's high off his ass.
I would not like to make a medicine check, but I would like to get right in his face with my witch doctor mask and just
Breathe heavily.
Are you a doctor too?
He is my assistant.
Of course,
Yeah.
I'm a doctor. You think I wear this mask because it's fun?
I
Herbs smell good.
I kind of knock off the ash from my cigarette onto his lapel as I go, and like, mm-hmm.
He dismisses it without touching it.
Sir, I do believe you should get some more water and change your socks. If you wear any. If you don't, you should wear some socks.
I'm not a hippie.
No, but your feet stink. Through the mask. Please wear socks.
Please tell me you stuffed that thing with flowers.
I did. And it still stinks.
Is that a legit question, Ambrose?
That is a legit question.
Okay, well, we're gonna see about what to do. If that's what you really want, okay?
I mean, yes, but I also don't want to, like, delay the ongoings of the campaign. So.
Oh, you
Like
won't-
we haven't already.
I
Alright.
think that should be the least of your worries. Legit.
Sir, which one
Yes.
of you is in charge?
They all point to everybody else, and then laugh.
The next one who is unhelpful will have a very unpleasant time. Which one of you is in charge?
Bolt of lightning strikes about 10 feet away from Bertrand, and a man in purple robes appears. That would be me.
Pleasure to meet you. My name is Bertrand Malsiger. We are here on behalf of Check's Notes. Lucia, Queen of Allegra. We are here to check on the status of one of the larger gems in the area, as there seems to be some skullduggery going on with them. Or at least plans in which to harm them in such a way.
Yes, okay. Excellent.
Yes.
My name is
Also checks notes.
Gil.
There are those that call me
Dave.
Gil Davidson. And I am the master of this part of the Wizards Guild. Please come this way.
Alright.
He
Gentlemen,
leads you back outside the tower.
as we're leaving, I point to Russell. And I go, make sure you wash thoroughly.
Ed wears
Right.
socks.
He gives you a thumbs up, and Thatcher a thumbs up. He leads you out to the Uh, I can't remember the name of that silly object. The cart. And
Ty, have you been getting into Hawk's Southern Comfort or maybe the
no,
Seagrams?
no.
I mean, I
This
can
is how
tell
I
you,
act
I've
when I'm
had drink.
sober. We have to remember these things.
I'm sorry. I have to back you up on this one, Ty. Sometimes when you're tired, nothing is gonna matter when you're DM. It's just like brain fart. You could have got
Why
8
did
hours.
you have? Why'd you apologize for backing him up?
No, I just like there's just times as a DM where you just forget.
I get it.
Yeah, well,
I
you'll
just
lose
had
your
to
train
give
of thought, and then it's gone.
You lose your train
I
of
just
thought, eh? And it done
We've
jump the
always got
track
to give you a hard time, Ty.
over the
It
cliff.
crashed and burned.
The crash. The train crash is over the cliff. It's on fire. It's gone now. We
Oh,
don't know
not
what happened
yet.
to it, and we can't get it back.
Bet you want one of these blue pointy hats before we leave.
Did you actually say that out loud?
No,
No.
he's just taking one.
Yes, I plan on taking one.
Oh, you
Egan's
plan
gonna
on-
look at this guy's robes and going, they're purple. I like purple.
Did you say that out loud?
If he has a purple hat, I want it instead.
If he has on purple robes and purple hat, yes, Egan's gonna go, ooh, I like purple.
Give me your clothes and your motorcycle. Oh.
He's gonna. What did you say your name was? He gestures to Egan.
Egan.
Egan, you seem to be studying my hat quite intensively here.
Your robes too. They are very. I like the color.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Do you
got an extra
tailor?
set? No, I just like the color purple.
Okay.
As you can see, I am quite a colorful person.
Mm-hmm.
But I like it when I turn purple the most.
I just suddenly thought when you have your
It makes
custom,
me feel happy.
when you have your special character in the cutscene.
I can understand that. Okay.
You got
now,
any more of those?
absolutely. He takes the hat off his head and puts it on your head. It shrinks to size, so it's because he's about almost 6 feet tall, and it's
Ooh.
replaced with another one. So now you both have matching purple hats.
Cool. You got robes too?
Yes, but you'll have to earn those. Your own copy,
What do-
not
what do I
mine,
got-
not mine.
What do I got to
No.
do to earn those, huh?
You would have to become a wizard or undergo some kind of magic training. But we can talk about that
Training.
later. We have more pressing matters, of course. He
Oh,
takes
nope.
Now you're holding
gonna try and
hands with
take it from
Gil,
me?
and he doesn't like it too much.
You've made him feel uncomfortable.
Legit uncomfortable. Okay, he kind of takes his hand out of your hand and shakes it a little bit.
Oh, he's one of those wizards.
Does
Now,
his hand
I
kind
have
of just
to-
flop around when he brings it up towards his chest? Just kind of flops down.
No. Now I have to. He's scratching his ear here as well. I have to ask you before, as all proper wizards must. Do you consent to be shrunk and/or teleported? I have to ask you.
That is the first time someone has asked me that question in that way, and in this context. However,
I'm
I do-
already short enough, but fuck it, let's go. As long as Bertrand's good with it.
Okay. He turns to Bertrand. Bertrand's your name. Okay.
I thought I introduced myself quite clearly. Do
The
all
guild-
individuals in the Wizards Guild have a hearing problem? You might be able to make a claim for that.
Our
Is this your
insurance
cousin a
didn't-
lawyer, Bertrand?
Our insurance didn't cover that. They were specific.
That sounds like
guys
some
used to look
fraud,
at
sir.
him.
I'll get our lawyers to look into it.
You
I
do
think
that.
they
And
should.
then once you get your settlement, call this guy, JG Wentworth. he can help you get your gold now.
I believe that was mistranslation, and his brother GG went with.
I thought it was the
I'll
Bee
have
Gees
to
Wentworth.
keep that in mind. Okay.
Well, you
All right,
tell by the
so-
way I walk my way. Down to town.
Except you're the Bee Gees. Okay. All right, so you were teleported underneath the rug that's underneath the cart here into an underground area, which I also did not draw.
No, everything has to have
Draw
a
it
map.
now.
I
Draw it
can't.
now so that we can have fun with it.
Do it.
Trust me, you won't get anything worse than we gave Grog for his hand-drawn map.
What the hell did you
We
give
were so
Grog?
bad. Oh, we gave him a ton of shit.
I just remember giving a bunch of crap to Sunday because everything he drew had a face on it.
Not purposely.
Didn't Sunday have the big black tower too?
He also had the big
I
black
wasn't the
tower.
only one, thank you. Grog had one too.
Oh my!
It's
Yeah, but
lifted
you're-
and
but
rotated, remember?
But Sunday, you're the only one who would like to use the big black tower.
I'm still hung up on the face thing because there was a face everywhere. On
Not
this
intentionally.
On the diseased potato, there was a face. On the city, there was a face. In one of the rooms, there was a face. It's like the whole map is just
You know
looking
what?
at me from roll 20. It's like, can I help you?
I went to go try to find that map and I can't. And it upsets me.
You
Um,
deleted
give
it.
No, I think I can find it. You guys keep going.
Okay.
All right, we're in a room under a wagon. We're now in the yellow asshole.
Okay.
I'm no more
Not
concerned.
into this.
All right, so you've shown up in the purple area, and this branches off into 4 or 5 paths, as you see here with this egg shape, whatever. All right, so he says this is where we keep the crystal, of course, and more books. He's itching his ear again, and I've been having trouble with my magic too. Like you're probably hear about that, aren't you? Are people having trouble with magic?
Yes, among other things.
That is so annoying, especially when you're trying to cast high level stuff. Am I right? Are you a magic user?
Yes, and I've been having trouble casting lots of magic recently. I can't even cast anything right now.
I am in fact a magic user as well, and his performance issues are very noticeable.
I thought they had pills for that, but in this case, I don't think they do. There was some outbreak 50 or 60 years ago, I remember, that we had work with some herbalists to make pills, but this is far worse than that. Far, far worse.
I think I would have. Was that something that didn't affect the tabaxi? I don't remember that. I would feel as a medical professional, I would hear this product and have much of it on hand.
As I recall, there was some lizard folk in the Tabaxi area west of here who had an overdose issue with it or an excess use issue.
Is that why they keep rising up after they're dead? That would explain so much.
They just can't stay down.
So meth. Got it.
Little blue meth.
All right, so there's all kinds of books on the walls. It's basically like a lot of books, but he's leading you, actively leading you toward the back, and it's also well lit here too. Despite the fact that it looks like I drew an egg with a purple center.
Be honest, it's an anus with a purple asshole.
It's not an anus.
If you to disagree. Or there's a paramecium. I don't know.
Paramecium would work. We might need some speed lines. Hold up.
It's just as long as they're not track marks.
While you're doing that, can I look for a specific book?
What specific book would you like?
I'm looking for a manual of quickness of action.
Do you tell the guildmaster that?
Yeah, yeah. From one
Uh,
magic user to another, I'm looking for this book if they have it.
I rather doubt some of your claims at this point, but I will say that we did have that, but I loaned it out. You'd have to go to Thule and Duel to get that book.
Okay. Hurts my feelings that you doubt, as I have no way to prove.
DM,
Hmm.
would I know who the hell Thule and Duel are?
Yes.
Okay.
Thule
What are
and
they?
Duel are not people, they're places.
It's on the map. It's over on the
Yes.
left side top.
It is.
You act as if I actually read that thing.
Dude, I
You-
love the names on that map.
I'll take
The
you guys
map-
over there quickly and
The
point it out
map
to you, okay?
is an
And bring you right back.
amazing piece of art. Not gonna lie, I love every bit of it.
All right, so
Cracked lips, dry gullet. You know,
Cool, and what-
whenever
Thieves
That's
Cave.
whenever BT's around Hawk, she doesn't have a dry gullet.
No, I prefer going for the
Okay, so-
Thieves Caverns.
I accidentally put a green marker there that was not meant to be there. Okay, so you guys are here, over at the tower here. Thule and Duel are over here. I think there are a lot of people who Bertrand would want to meet there later.
Contemplates surreptitiously trying to cut this man and take some of his blood without him noticing.
Roll me like what would we roll for that? Like a dexterity /
No, I'm not.
medicine?
I'm not actually going to do that. I
Oh,
contemplated it.
okay. You're contemplating. Okay.
And if anyone's gonna do
Are-
that, I feel like it should be
Are
me.
you like seriously contemplating?
No, it's just like.
So like in the back of your mind, like it's not surface thoughts.
It's just it's kind of like a constant buzz, like tinnitus in my head. Blood,
Gil,
blood, blood,
Gil,
blood, blood,
Gil
blood.
turns to you and he says, if you solve this, if you're able to solve this problem satisfactorily, if you are a sorcerer, which it seems like you are, I'll give you some of my blood if you want it.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. Oh God, bad memories. Oh,
You look delicious.
oh.
Should I be worried?
Not now. That's the other campaign.
No, you should not be worried because I know for a fact, unless something serious happens, we're never going back to that hellhole of a town.
Hey, the town was fine. The place called the Leather Straps with the guy named Hans who thought you looked delicious was kind of a hellhole.
It was, I thought it was Johan, but I was reading.
Oh, Johan.
I need to experience this.
No,
Johan.
don't need to experience anything. No,
He does, though.
We need to go
Yes,
back.
yes, I
we need to
do.
go back to Lowburn because if I remember correctly, that's where Leatherstraps was.
Hmm.
Oh.
if you guys want to backtrack after we get some more serious stuff done in the other campaign, I mean, I'm fine with it.
I
But
could
it's gonna
work
have
something
to
out to get you guys
really-
back in there.
I mean, come on. In this next session, we're gonna have to deal with finding out that Trutskala's female and just had a really fun night with a dragonborn female.
Oh, I
Yeah, then we
forgot about
gotta-
that.
We're gonna hop on a salvage mission to go down to who knows where.
Oh, and it's gonna get worse from there.
And Trud's gonna be very used to going down by that time.
Anyway,
I can almost guarantee we're gonna learn some weird stuff about actual lizard sex.
Oh no.
Lower.
Yes, I am quite sure.
he already told us, didn't he?
I think he did. There's definitely a previous episode where we go into a long, in-depth explanation about the reproductive habits of lizards.
It's the same as birds, I thought, as far as the way they're built.
Hence why every so often Tread shouts, "Michael Waker!"
Yeah.
I have yet to experience this.
Michael
Very
Waker?
many times. He didn't do that very many times. Okay, so
I must
it's well
ask
lit
you.
down here. He's taken you past bunches of guards. I mean, like at least 10. But since he's the guild master, he has basically free reign of the place, and people are kind of looking at you a little bit. But it's like, okay, you're with the guild master. Cool, you're supposed to be here, so they don't really give you any crap about it.
Thank you for that.
And he goes back to the where
Thank you
the
for the
thing
file, Die Sub Nom,
where the thing is
1970.
into a small
Apple
room. It's
cider, too
almost
much.
like a cell, but instead of bars, it'd be, I'm thinking like blue lightsaber hatch marks for like blades, but it's like a prison, and the crystal's in the center, but it's kind of broken a little bit. And when he sees it, he says, "So that's when did this happen?" He asks the guards, and they tell him like couple of days ago. Maybe it's like, "You idiots! What do I pay you for? What the hell happened?" And he rushes to a shelf. "If I can get you the cipher, we might be able to track it. I keyed this. We might be able to track it." And then he's flipping through pages, and books are going everywhere. He's throwing books, and books are slapping, and there's dust everywhere.
I would like to
And
roll insight to see if he's lying, if he's just trying to act.
go ahead.
Don't have a great insight, but
That's fine.
yeah, nah, he really worried.
It's
Got it.
God's honest truth.
You guys should let
Anybody
me
else
try
wanna
some
try?
insights. Yeah, I'll try it.
I'll give you one more. Okay, 17 works.
Would you be willing to say he's
he is not
distracted?
lying. He's finally figured out. He's more pissed because he feels he's been taken advantage of, because as an intelligent person, he should have known to guard against this. And he did something wrong, and he doesn't like it. He wants to correct it, and he's pissed.
I'm just gonna kind of like walk up behind him and be like, "So, having some performance issues here, bud?"
Not the kind that require pills. I'll tell you that.
Maybe just some forward thinking.
It all depends on the pills you're using.
Egan's gonna walk up to the guards on there, going, "So did what? How did this happen? Did it just all of a sudden break on you?"
I had thought, based on what we had been told and what we studied so far, unless I had been messed up about that too, and he's shouting, "Sorry."
No, Egan's going up to the guards that you said were there.
Oh. They say they don't know. And after Gil fixes him with a hugely intense stare,
Egan's gonna throw one of them into the bars, and then look at the other one, going, "So you're incompetent at your job. Answer the question now. If you don't have a clue, you might as well throw yourself into those bars, because apparently you can't do the job correctly."
as such, my brain is farting. He,
Egan is not a nice man.
he's
And
not.
somebody who has dereliction of duty, he's going to be very hard on them.
I'll deal with these, Mr. Egan, Gil says.
I was hoping
and
the bars would have killed him.
he dismisses them. These particular men, they're the best I had. I'm gonna have to fire him though.
Egan just
Or
points at Gil. "Gil, come here. See this emblem? Contact the Iron Bulls for all your mercenary needs. You keep that group paid, they will guard this like you wouldn't believe. Tell them Egan sent you."
do any of them know magic?
More than likely, we are not just a bunch of fighters. We are a complete mercenary company.
Okay.
They're the
Yeah,
bull to deal with all the bull that you have to deal with.
He You look over to where the guards were, and you realize that they've been turned into rats,
Ooh.
You gonna eat that?
and they scurry away, and their clothes have shrunk to match.
Aw.
So they're running off with
Eat
their
the
little
rat.
wizard belts
we
and
turned
wizard
we came
Squeaking.
into a Disney cartoon.
squeaking.
Mm-hmm.
Was a Disney cartoon. All right, so now that that's dealt with, I realized he picks up a book that some idiot, sorry, obviously not you because you just got here, ripped the pages out of my cipher book. So now I can't tell you. I can give you part of the cipher, but I can't tell you where the other parts are unless I can teach you what to do, but it's in 3 parts and the signal is very weak, so they must have been taken far away from here. I'll give you the first part, and he hands it to Bertrand, and it's a page. It's almost like a pie chart, and it doesn't really have any words on it, but it has a little red section on it, and there's a yellow section and a blue section that are keyed, and I'll teach you what to look for. And he briefly tells you, like, there's basically like secret wizard writing on it, and he tells you the symbol to look for on each one of them so that they'll fit together precisely to tell you where the piece of the crystal is, because it's almost like GPS or a tracking mechanism, but it hasn't been updated, or like it broke. So once you find those pieces, you should be able to track down the piece of the crystal that basically had gotten broken off, which he still doesn't know how that happened.
Would any of
And-
those pages you have, Bertrand, perhaps be useful here?
Possibly. Egan, may I have the pages?
Yep. He pulls out a bunch of pages, a huge buttload of pages, because he took them back from the queen, as long as she would give them back.
Right. I mean, she's a smart lady. She would have figured out if you needed that more than she did, she would have let you keep them.
Or just start running this.
So I hand him whatever pages I have.
So just
Okay.
running this cipher over all of them. Hey, wait.
He-
See, first of all, does the writing look the same?
No, the writing on the cipher is actually, it's Gil's handwriting.
That was the question. Is the writing from the previous pages Gil's?
No.
Okay.
It's astounding. Whoever wrote this actually knows more than me about what these crystals. Where did you find these? This is fascinating.
At an idiot druid's house.
Yeah.
Idiot druid? Who?
Well, an idiot.
They're dead now, so.
We didn't really catch
Well, I
them.
mean, he
I-
was
I
dead.
need to- I need to know their name. I'll find them, and I'll find their teacher and turn them into frogs.
I'm pretty sure they can do that naturally. I think that's part of the whole deal of being a druid, but
And then I'll turn him into stone and turn him into a fish inside a stone.
so I think you have several anger issues. Are you sure you're actually fit for leading the Wizards Guild in this state?
I am.
It sounds
I
like
just
what you're doing
realized-
is chopping off their hands and chopping off their fingers. You're going the wrong way. You need to chop off fingers and then chop off hands.
I knew you weren't a magic user.
Damn.
You're a blade user. I admire that. I do. I
Now-
admire your expertise, Mr. Thatcher, you said?
So I would say that
never
is.
said.
So it's quite interesting that you mentioned a blade user and a magic user. You imply that you cannot be both. However, and I take out one of my butcher knives, I do believe that you can be both. Now, I need you to calm down, give me as much information as you can about the crystal, seeing as that is apparently not all that much.
If you call hundreds of years of information handed down not all that much, okay.
then I think you need to redo your lessons. Is everyone coming up from the low end of the class into positions of power these days? Unbelievable. There needs to be a
Seems
reform of the
like it.
system.
Our educational system aside, I will tell you what I know. These crystals, he starts drawing on the ground now, not symbols or anything, but just like a drawing, like people would normally draw with a stick.
He's using his dick.
Third leg, get it right.
Whip the stick out in front of everybody.
I
Full-on
assure
power
you,
move.
he's not.
No, it's his peg leg. He doesn't actually have two. He doesn't actually have two legs. One of them's a stump.
He lifts up his robe, and you see a peg leg.
3 peg legs.
Gasp in Spanish.
You all really are cats, aren't you? It's not just Bertrand.
I'm actually a midget, thank you.
Midget cat, got it.
Pygmy cat.
Pygmy
Egan's
kitty.
just chaotic
No.
and evil, kind
So
of.
he's drawing on the ground with a peg leg.
He's actually drawing on the ground with his finger.
What happened to the stick?
I said as if somebody would draw with a stick. They want to do like a crude illustration.
Oh.
He's one of those alien. He's one of those aliens where his finger is actually his. Is actually his. You know.
Hang
What
on.
time?
Hang on.
Yeah.
You're saying
Anyway.
he's drawing a crude figure.
He's
he
drawing
been-
on the
Color
ground
this,
with
aren't
his
you?
finger. What is he drawing?
He says, kind of like this basement actually. We're in the center, right?
Mm-hmm.
And each of the branches branch off into things that are more books.
Mm-hmm.
And well, the crystals in this world, which I also forgot to name, the world,
Chingadera.
World is Earth.
communicate with each other, and he kind of scoots some of the dirt off to the side. But if they're improperly aligned or broken, they don't communicate as well. We thought we had put in safeguards and so on to hide this function, but apparently, and his voice gets a little higher as a result of that. Sorry. Apparently, somebody's either figured out a way around our wards, which is a concern to me, or how do we put this in the vernacular? Somebody's dirty.
Have you ever considered that you did not set up the wars properly in the first place?
I did.
Has the crystal broken in the past?
No,
Are we certain that breaking one wouldn't cause the others to break?
they are, so far as I know, like I said, according to these notes, I know almost nothing apparently, despite the centuries of handed down knowledge we seem to have. I'm
We
going to
do
have
what
to
we
go
can.
over that. Anyhow, they were supposed to act independently, but only up to a point. So either what would have to happen is they would either farting again immediately break down, or which I thought we had corrected, or somebody would have to move multiple pieces out of place simultaneously, which may explain this itching. He's itching his ear again now. I think you should all back up. He sneezes, and everybody roll me a dex save.
Hey, I'm good at that one.
Oh no.
Ta-da!
Okay, we got 2 out of the bunch.
Working on it.
Oh
Working
god.
on it.
Okay. And am I missing anybody?
You can roll for our lovely if you want.
No, I think he probably stayed back with
He probably did.
at the Queen's place.
Go.
You
I'd
might
help him.
have.
So
You can
Egan
roll that.
fails.
Okay, so Egan fails. All right, so as everybody else jumps out of the way, Bertrand kind of grabs you a little bit, Egan, on the way back when he jumps and kind of pulls you partially to the ground. And the wizard sneezes a fireball, or like a jet of fire, out of his face.
You gotta watch where you point that thing.
Nobody takes any damage. And he said, "Yes, this usually does. Would you all please help? Apparently, I am not
clarification.
smart enough for this, so I'd appreciate any help I can get."
Admitting there's a problem is the first step in resolving it. Thank you for admitting your incompetence. Now,
DM,
Yes.
the crystal does it look like all the pieces are still there?
Uh, I was actually visualizing it as had a piece that had been broken off of it, but most of it is there.
Bit of a specific question. Does this crystal look in general like, as far as its break lines, like the other one did? Or is it like a different pattern of
Or
destruction?
if it's a different pattern or a different location of where it got smashed,
Yes.
uh, it's actually the same location, but it would be the same as it was in the previous town in Comade, where after it was all put together, there was a little bitty piece missing. It is it's the corresponding piece in the same location that's missing on this one.
Mr. Wizard,
Yes.
can you look at things remotely?
Depending on where they are and how far. Usually, yeah, sure.
Could you take a look at the other crystals and tell me if they look like this one? Or at least the one not in that town, and I don't remember the name of the town.
Okay. Sure. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to take you all to another room, though.
this man doesn't have scrying? Travesty.
Well, he does, but he's just paranoid.
You realize only he can see what he sees when he scries, right?
Only he can see what he sees.
Yes.
Can other people watch him
When
watching
he's-
stuff?
No.
No, you
No,
cannot
it's
do
an
that.
image inside his mind.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was
You're
thinking more of a
you're thinking of a
crystal
scrying orb, kind of like the Palantir. It's not
Okay.
Palantir. It's
Okay, so
more
he could
of-
just see it in his own brains.
Yeah, think
Yeah.
more. Think Sean from Psych,
Psych.
remembering things rather than Palantir.
Funny enough, you mentioned that. I just picked up the entire season for the wife.
The entire first season or
Oh.
last season?
No, I'm sorry, entire series
Oh,
of Psych.
okay.
The first
prepared
2 to
for it
3
to
are
knock
actually
out.
pretty good. After that, it gets stupid, and then it gets stupider in the last season as they were going
They're
at it.
all stupid.
No, you'd
No,
be
it's a
surprised.
But they're
marked
funny.
difference. It's
You'd
marked
be
difference in the
surprised
quality.
how stupid it actually gets. Because it goes really funny.
I've watched the entire thing.
Okay, fine.
Oh, okay. So you know then. Okay.
And you know how stupid it can get.
Yes,
God damn. You
and
can never...
the white, but the musical is the best. Is the best episode ever.
You're
Musical
not
is
wrong.
fun.
You're not wrong.
You said psych,
Fun.
my brain heard psych, my mind understood psych, thought of house instead. I'm like, what?
House, the musical.
like-
Take these pills, you're a dumbass.
Take these pills, you have lupus.
I can't believe that, but I can. But I
Find
can't.
the bullseye mark, and then you find the tick.
All right, so what does he see?
He sees that, except for one other one that you guys haven't discovered yet, all the crystals have actually been broken in the same spot, it appears, at one time or another.
Third world break. Copy paste.
Now, using knowledge I don't have, we need to find a high-level cleric to cast Find the Path.
Or locate object depending on the area.
True.
So, if all the crystals are broken in the same spot, that suggests to me that they are intertwined with one another. Meaning, you break one, they all break.
But we put one back together most of the way, and it all.
Okay, it's not just me.
Think of this as how I was thinking of it at this point would be more like what do we call that? Like an extension cord where if some of the coating is rubbed off and so on, it might still work, but it's kind of dangerous and it might end up like shocking or like misfiring the current and so on. But it's still okay for the most part, but it's not safe.
I was kind of wanting to equate this to some kind of circuit, and it's being broken.
Okay.
But
But instead
our
of
characters wouldn't know what
broken-
electricity is.
Right.
I'm sorry, I have a shocking hand. I kind of know what electricity
Instead
is.
of-
You know what?
But instead
You
of
had a
broken,
shock.
it'd be more like a frayed wire where it can still some connections can still fire properly, but for every 8 or 9 that fire
It's got
properly,
a
one
short in
doesn't.
it.
Yeah, it's got a short in it.
Okay. How
I'm short.
tall? How tall is Ambrose again?
4'9".
How tall is Egan again?
No, I'm not 4'9".
No, Ambrose isn't 4'9". Ambrose is 5'10". Egan is 4'9".
I'm 5'8".
5'8".
And how tall is Rex?
He is also very short. Where is his stuff at?
Bio has height.
Actually, I'm 5'3", so I think I might be tall, but still legally considered
Taller
a
than
midget.
me.
Why? This is going to be the second campaign where I play the tallest character.
Well, I
Why
played
we
You're not
No.
that much
Bastion
taller.
and Slash last
Bastion
time.
is taller than you.
Oh, thank God.
Bastion is a fucking lanky, fucking giant.
Yeah. Well, in this game, 5'11" is unfortunately the tall one here.
You're only a little bit taller than me.
Can somebody explain why we're doing this again?
Because I'm surrounded by a village of short people and a 6-foot tall wizard. That's why.
Okay.
Bertrand likes the ones that are taller than.
Wait, out of character. Did we get those papers from the druid or from the guy that we bought? Or
Both.
No,
we
the thing
picked up
from.
the papers. We picked up the papers from the druid's area.
Yeah,
the druid's
we
how-
did not get to steal the. We did not get to take paperwork from the guy who laughed so much he wound up in stitches.
Well, Mr. Wizard, I have another question for you. As he takes
Okay.
out a book.
A book.
Does this mean anything to you?
He looks at it.
It's the strange leather-bound book that I have.
Oh, from the ruined church, right?
I think so.
This is
Story of
The
the
DM
girl.
Damn girl.
the DM realizing that he had originally intended the papers in the book to mean the same thing, and somebody effed up, meaning the DM. This is a schematic of our entire setup. Where did you get this?
Out of a church that was flooded by necromancy.
Okay. Is it? This sounds like the work of necromancer to be named later.
Necromancer to be named later.
Have you heard of him? He's like was supposed like an urban legend. Have you heard of that story?
Why, yes.
He who is to be named.
Why, yes,
Later.
I have heard of name, insert name here, before.
Because he had plans, I guess, and centuries ago he was shut down. I wonder if somebody either dug up his research or broke him out of prison or what? Because this is privileged information. This shouldn't be just laying out
Prison.
anywhere. This is dangerous.
Suddenly,
Where is his
very
prison at?
seriously. Sorry, good.
Egan just looks at him when he says, broke him out of prison. If he's broken out of prison, why would you not already know about
Oh,
it?
that was just a story. I didn't think it was a story we told to scare disobedient children. If it really did exist, it would be.
We will have to speak with, and Egan will look at the other three and just kind of taps his wrist where his little mark is.
Bertrand is just very quietly grinding his teeth.
Well, Mr. Wizard,
Probably be close to this is the end.
Table.
which would be here.
We should stop in Thule and Duel first.
Hello, Master
Did
Wizard.
this thing get moved?
That prison hasn't been used in like centuries.
He
Good
shrunk the
heavens.
map a little bit.
Yeah.
I did.
I think
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
moved it.
I used to be on ransom, and it moved.
Oh, whoops.
Also, I think it's out of alignment.
Yeah, it
Definitely
Hold
is.
on.
No, you shrunk it. Yeah.
Better?
Yes.
I think
Yeah.
I accidentally moved it.
We're technically right here.
Yeah. You always remember to move yourself back to token after you get off the map layer.
Okay, so right here. Alright, so
Full of dry gullet.
Hello, Master Wizard.
yes.
And suddenly, very seriously, can I trust you with a bit of information and be aware that you will find a dagger in your back if I am betrayed?
Yes, of course. And okay.
It appears most of this has happened either as a result or within a coincidental time frame to be as a result of us killing a necromancer who effectively begged for death, saying it was to fulfill part of a plan up in the village of Wuxum.
Okay.
Would that mean anything to you?
It's if it is a conspiracy, he goes over to some more books and takes down some things. You would have to go to This Is the End and look over that prison, but it had been empty for generations as far as I was aware.
We can head there, but we'll stop at ransom first.
Appears to me you thought that your security was on par with the greatest it could be, and you were wrong then too. It seems to me that this is the end. It needs to be investigated fully.
It
Do you
seems
know
to-
any alchemy?
Very little. You would have to go to the 7 guilds for that. Do you know any alchemy yourself?
No, that's why I was asking you. I would like some alchemist fire just in case we run across any more undead.
You just knock him in the back of the head, and that seems to do the trick.
Apparently, you have very different ideas about how to deal with the undead.
Usually, crack to the back
They're
of the
in little
skull
pieces.
keeps them from coming back. At least in
The
my
less close I
experience.
have to be, the better.
Mr. Egan,
Yes.
who do I need to talk to arrange for mercenaries to be here?
I'll give him the name of one of our contacts in ransom who can quote him a price and get a group from the company camp to come down
Okay.
and be able to set up proper shifts.
Excellent. And as you watch him, he takes off his hat, and his eyes shift from brown to blue, like blue orb, and then back to the normal brown. Okay, that's taken care
Cut
of.
out.
Thank you.
So
Oop.
they shifted from brown to blue.
And brown to blue, like straight blue with no pupils, and then back to his normal brown with white pupils. That's taken care of. Thank you.
Don't forget, let them know Egan got you. I might get me some extra gold out of it.
Now, sir,
I suggested a commendation for you as a result. Don't you worry.
I do not mean to be that much of a bother. However, since we were able to help you and assist in resolving some of this issue, I would like my blood now.
Ah, okay. Do you have a needle?
I got claws.
I've got a dagger.
I also have a number
I'll
of...
take that as a no. Hand me a vial or some other receptacle.
I hand him a vial.
He shoots blood out of his eye directly into the vial. And hands it back.
I see you know your blood sorcery.
I do. Not as well as you, I think, but I'm learning.
Now, perhaps you could help us by helping us with a teleport or something along our way.
Teleport. Hmm.
You know, that
That's
thing
high
that
level
some
magic.
Could a
he
guild
just kinda
master
looks at the
cast something like
guild
that?
master.
I'm a guild master of 1/3 of the Wizards Guild.
So you're 1/3 a wizard. Got it. All we needed to know.
Point me
I'm
in the
all a
direction of
wizard.
those who can.
He hikes up his pants. I'm all a wizard as far as that goes. Which isn't very far, according to you.
If you do not point me in the direction of someone who can teleport us or get us there quickly, I will make you 1/3 of a wizard, and it will not be pleasant.
You like making threats, don't you, Mr. Bertrand?
I always carry out my threats, sir. 'Cause I
As
promise
do
you.
I. It's interesting to meet eye to eye with a fellow sorcerer in that way.
Oh, I thought you were a wizard.
I'm both.
You cannot be both, sir.
I thought you could be both a blade user and a magic user. Can I not be a user of different types of magic?
Seeing as the ways of casting magic are entirely different when using the power of your mind, the power of your sorcery. Not your sorcery. The power of your personality are entirely different. My abilities are innate compared to those of more learned skills such as yourself.
Hmm. Different things can be learned by different people.
Yes, well, hopefully we'll now learn a lesson. And as I walk away, I am going to. I need a will save from him, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I need a con save.
A con save.
DC 12.
Okay.
Ba-ba-ba-ba.
Do.
You have the time to listen.
Okay.
Wait, you're streaming.
Okay.
He rolled a 27.
Did you just make up some BS con save for him? Did he roll a natural 20?
No.
Then how in the hell does he have a 27? I'd like to know.
I really would too, because
I want to know, because that's really inflated. That is hella
I mean,
inflated.
that if I roll
Okay.
a nat 20, I got 26. And I'm
Okay.
a fighter.
Is his what is his con level? That's all I need.
I didn't make him as a character.
Okay, so essentially you just gave him a super high con modifier for a con save. Plot. Just say
Plot
plot.
armor.
Explain. Well, I don't want to do that. I want you to explain
Just
what
say
happened.
plot armor.
I want to explain because if he fails the save, he starts bleeding from his eyes and nose and ears. If he does not, nothing happens. Because either he has rolled a natural 20 and has a con of higher than 6
And a proficiency.
and a proficiency bonus.
Interesting. Okay.
That is how
Yeah.
saving throws work. It is your modifier of the natural ability plus your proficiency bonus if he is proficient with it. If he is not, such as, for example, let's use my character to illustrate
Wizard
this.
or a sorcerer.
I have a strength of 0. My saving throw, because I'm not proficient in that saving throw, is 0. So I rolled a straight die 20 to see it. My con save is a 4. But I have a constitution of 2 and a proficiency of 2, which becomes the constitution saving throw of 4.
Okay.
That's how saving throws work. All right.
I know
You
how
also
saving
pick-
throws work. I just didn't expect you to attack the guild master.
I didn't expect him to be such a dick. Yet here we are. I'm
Okay.
sorry I really ragged on your characters.
Muted. I made a great joke.
I
You were
mean,
apparently muted. Okay.
I don't mean to rag on your characters, but Bertrand is just sick of this crap.
What
Hmm.
happened? He said be right back, but
I don't know. He has to go for
Rex
a bit.
had to step away.
Mm-hmm.
Right. He
So-
said for a bit, so it's all right. He starts bleeding from his eyes a little bit, but then it clears up, and he says, "I see. You are a better sorcerer than me. Interesting."
As soon as the
if
blood
he
starts, I'm gonna grab at his hat.
if he made his con save, nothing would happen at all because it's a cantrip. Cantrips are hit or miss.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm still trying to work this out in my head as far as that goes.
Essentially, if he made his con save, he would just feel a strange pull, as I said, or said something, made a motion with my hand, and nothing would happen.
Interesting. Okay.
If he failed, which, to be honest, he would have to roll really crappy at this level to fail a con save. 27 ain't none for what it is, other than plot armor.
Yeah.
Because that is more of a. Ooh, hang on, I'm gonna look something up really quick.
To get a 27, you'd have to have. You could
A
do it
1
at
in
my
con
level.
and a 20, and be level 20 for a wizard. Have at least 1 con and be level 20.
You could do a 27 at my level with a nat 20 and a 20 in Constitution.
Hence how I have a +7 on my dexterity, because I have a 20 in dexterity
Yeah,
plus proficiency.
Yeah.
that CR level. What is the CR level on this? That Seraph that you guys faced, that is a challenge rating 30, has a +9 to his Constitution.
Yeah, and we were what level?
You were level 14.
12.
12 or 14.
12. Yeah, 12. Okay.
So I'm not debating that this man couldn't be a level 20 wizard.
I mean, if
No,
you
I
had
could-
a. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm just better prepared for you to attack NPCs then.
It-
'Cause I didn't make this character like as a character like a sheet. I didn't make a sheet.
Oh, that's completely fine. I generally have like kind of standard understandings, but you have to understand how the saving throws generally work instead of being
I
like
do
I get a
understand.
+30 for my con save. It's like this is not 3.5.
I do understand. I just flummoxed for the fact of you attacking an NPC.
It doesn't actually damage them. It doesn't actually damage them.
I know that too. I just flummoxed by the fact that you attacking an NPC.
Well, he's
I
being a
mean,
dick.
you really shouldn't be.
We're
You
bad
attacking
people
this
here.
NPC?
We were bad people, and this guy is just yanking a chain for the last 30 minutes.
I mean, generally speaking, this party, we're really not, like, wholesomely aligned.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you're thinking good guys. We're kind of like those strange meth heads. You just say, "Hey, I need my car washed.
We're doing a
Leave the
thing because we
hubcaps."
don't want the world to end, but we're doing it for our reasons, not to help people.
Semi-shady guys. Got it.
You've read my backstory. I am not a good guy.
I'm literally teamed up with these people because I'm running from the law.
We'll get to that eventually, Ambrose. Trust me.
Is that no? Anyway, I think we've pandered.
I have
enough.
plans. I have many plans for you. All of you.
I figured out how to leave this goddamn place and find another wizard with which to either
Says-
get
Our travel time down by a lot.
It
yes.
says the teleport circle is in the tower to the southwest, which is going to be. I know it seems like it's close, but it's probably about several miles.
I will also point out teleport circles need a wizard in order to actually activate them. Do they have somebody on standby?
This is a place with a bunch of wizards, so yes.
Okay.
Is
You
this
know-
gonna be another case of, hey, which one of you guys is a teleport wizard? and all of them point to different wizards.
I was.
No, this guy's not an
Egan-
asshole.
Egan
Oh,
just
just
might
you.
start slashing.
Okay.
Mr. Wizard, you can keep those papers if you like. If you give me your hat.
He duplicates his hat and gives you one.
I'm adding it to my inventory.
So just three sessions later, everyone's got a wizard hat.
I wanted
I
one, and
really
then
think we should all have different colors.
I offer you gold, I offer you jewels, I offer you armor, I offer you weapons and new skills, and all you all want is a hat.
You got
I should have known.
the serious
It'd be much
campaigns
easier.
turn into memes. The meme campaigns turn into the most serious crap you've ever seen. It tugs at your heartstrings.
All you wanted was a hat.
we're in a tower with a bunch of people with pointy hats. I'm gonna get a hat.
You've
Going to
been
the souvenir
known.
shop. I'm going to the
So-
souvenir shop in this theme park, damn it.
Yes,
Gotta
Egan
have
and
trophies.
Ambrose are now hat twins.
hats is.
He he says for an extra 20 gold, he'll teach you how to change the color.
Highway robbery.
Yeah.
No?
I don't even think I have 20 gold. But yeah, I do.
He says if you want to come back, when you do, he'll still do it for you.
Yeah, but
There's a little switch on the
maybe
inside.
later. But I can. We need to fix the whole thing to where I can actually change it to match the color whatever that I am for the day. I'm kind of,
Do you want to,
Wait.
do you want to explain that
Fabulous.
to him,
Right now.
or
All right, people. Well, we have our next step. We
get
should
going.
get going.
to the wizard to the teleport circle.
Dun, 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 dun,
so
dun.
at this teleport circle, there are 4 men
And
who
one
are
cup?
sitting in rocking chairs on the north, south, east, and west corner of the circle, and
Travel
they have
to the
long
end,
beards.
please.
Hello, good sirs.
Aye.
Might ye be wizards?
Aye.
Could we request you to teleport us?
Aye.
I request you teleport us.
Aye.
To a place called Ransom, if you will. Thank you.
Aye.
What if he says
The
no?
tower, the
Just
guildmaster
outside.
in the northern tower said he would cover the cost of our teleportation.
Aye.
So he can just step into the circle. Let's go.
Aye.
Bertrand just kind of waves at them and just walks through. Doom.
Oh, you were all teleported at once.
I was like, how I don't know if they charge anything. I figured, put it on that asshole.
Bite me, asshole. Kinky
You
pirate.
know, with these suppositions, you all are giving me lots of ideas.
Well, we should be doing that. Whether you accept it or not is
Well,
entirely
I meant
different.
turning a teleport circle into a carnival ride. Pay as you go. We can do tickets and drinks and everything else.
You get teleported 300 feet in the air, and you get feather fall on you.
That would actually be pretty dope.
No, a featherfall activates at 50 feet from the ground.
Oh wow, like those things with the slingshots, with the slingshot seat in the bucket where they like launch you.
The one that some women really
Yeah.
enjoy. Yes.
Okay,
Oh, wait, I forgot,
well,
you're too innocent for that, Ty.
I think the word you're looking for is clueless.
Yes. Although I have
Alright,
my
so-
doubts now after some of the comments you made.
Clueless?
Closeted?
Is this what you were telling me about before when you were muttering about closets?
No.
So okay, we're in.
Anyway.
We're outside ransom.
All
Yeah.
right, so you were back in the Queen's chamber.
I Cusco my way in there.
Whoops, I gotta get myself over there. Hold on. Is this on the map layer? Okay. Did I mess up your tokens? Why are you all... Oh, you're on the map layer too. Whoops. Ah!
I don't think we're on the map layer. I think you're on the token layer. And you think you're on the map layer.
Yeah.
How do we change?
How
On the
do we
left side,
change the
There's
world?
in that little bar. There's something that'll change the different layers. It's got like 3 sheets of paper,
It should be right underneath the
paintbrush.
or the selector. I don't know. It's actually been a while since
Map
I've
and
been
background, object and tokens.
in. Those are the different layers. Put yourself on token.
Okay, here we go. All right, so now it's how it should be. And you're back in front of Her Majesty.
Madame Lucia, we have found out important information. It seems that there's a circuit of broken gems across the entire land. And there's one, insert name here, Necromancer, has managed to possibly escape, and that the best and brightest of the Wizards Guild believed him to merely be a fiction of their imagination used to scare young children, and that he might be stuck, or at least was imprisoned, within a location known as This Is the End. We are now on our way in order to investigate this area, to see if he was in fact imprisoned there, and if he has escaped. Or perhaps he's now ruling the roost, and we will never come back.
Okay. As soon as she says okay, her head kind of disappears and then reappears.
God, I hate it here. Also, the wizards are very itchy. Don't be around them.
I think they have crabs.
She nods and then itches her ear.
Oh, God damn it, it's spreading.
Oh God.
Good day to you, madam.
Bertram,
And
stay away.
Bertrand just, like, walks out the room.
She
Bertram's-
waves.
He can just look at Bertrand and go, "We don't need you to get fleas. I am not giving you a flea bath."
I can give myself my own flea bath, thank you very much. Well, Ambrose, how you think we should manage to get our way to This Is the End?
How do I think we're gonna get? What?
Yes, we just talked with Miss Lucia, Madame Lucia, and now we are on our way to check out that imprisoned location.
The quicker the better.
All right. DM, are there any places where we could buy some horses and/or faster transportation to this location? Or are we traveling by Longshank?
I actually
May-
didn't think about horses at all.
May we see the map?
Yeah, I think I accidentally, hold on.
Yeah.
I think I accidentally moved it again. I don't know how to keep doing that.
Oh, I was listening to
It's fine.
I was listening to that song today in the store. It makes shopping so much more interesting. You're looking at crackers. Flash! Ah!
There's gonna be a solo Flash movie, and I hope to God that they use that song in it.
They should. The usage rights are probably ungodly, though.
It's Queen. Basically, anything you're gonna want from them will be.
Oh,
Not as bad as Led Zeppelin. They're like $100 million of usage. That's one,
Yeah.
that's one of the only,
okay.
yeah, that's one of the only
So-
reasons why Led Zeppelin isn't featured in the series Supernatural, despite the fact that Led Zeppelin is Jensen Ackles' character's favorite band. Anyway,
Yes, pardon me,
are we seeing looking at the map?
Done.
I done goofed. Yeah, I
You
did.
done goofed.
I mean, if we have to walk, we have to walk.
I accidentally put a green mark on here, and I
Don't worry about it. Just we can ignore the green mark.
Okay, I
Fix
just
it
want
as we go.
There's a
Wanna get it
giant
off?
green mark in the sky. Oh no, it's the end of the world.
I want to get it off there though.
Okay, what you do is go to select it on the token, put a box around it, highlight it, right click, delete.
Or just press delete on your keyboard.
All right, it's gone.
It's gone.
Uh,
Make this pencil disappear.
pencil disappeared. Yeah. All right, so I got good news and I got bad news.
You're falling asleep?
Bad news first.
Beyond this particular encounter, I didn't plan very much else.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's fine. We're missing 2 of our players right now.
We're missing
We can
two
just-
players, and this is a cliffhanger for us. What will they find out at This Is the End prison?
Is it actually a pub?
God damn
I'm
it!
thinking of This Is the End from.
Oh my
You're gonna have
god.
to find out later.
I'm only thinking of the Sims side table that you can buy. This is the end table.
Simon Pegg and Nick Frost.
Yeah,
The 3rd movie in the Cornetto trilogy, Hawk.
Yeah, I know that one.
World's End
Oh,
or
no,
something
that's-
like that.
The World's End, that's what it's called.
We'll get a drink. Wait for
Well,
this
no, I
whole thing
think
to blow
there's-
over.
I think there's actually one of the I don't know, is it just the end?
This is the End is actually a comedy movie that has a bunch of the stoner actors in it, along with Emma Watson and what's his name? Channing Tatum. About the end of the world, and then at the end of the movie, they're all up in heaven with the Backstreet Boys singing.
All right.
Well, I know to avoid
Alright.
that movie now.
Don't like the Backstreet Boys, huh?
It's the Backstreet Boys do you?
Well, does that end out our?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do a hell of a lot of thinking.
Okay, well you've
so-
got.
I had made a mention before, a while back, if we had moved up to level 3 a while back. You said you'd get back to me. I don't know what you thought of that. I know we haven't had much combat lately.
To be honest, my brain was too busy farting and I unfortunately didn't think anything of it. So you're asking about level 3?
Yes.
Okay.
If you say no, that is fine.
I'm gonna
Just no.
say, I'm gonna say no for now, because depending on what I had planned, you're probably gonna shoot past that real easy.
Fun.
Remember, not that I'm saying it was a bad call, because it's your call and respect it. But combat is not the only way for characters to gain experience.
I
That is
know
true.
combat isn't the only way for characters to get experience, but I need more practice constructing
Oh,
characters
absolutely.
around doughheads.
Yes, you do. At least you recognize it. So I'm gonna dip out really quick and do our close, so you guys can bulk up amongst yourselves, and then we'll do an after action report with Crumb. All right, so that was our D&D adventure for this evening. It was more hijinks shenanigans, which is nothing wrong with that. It's always fun to see the characters actually interact with the world in a way that isn't just swords and combat. I think it really helps flesh out the gaming experience. And so I'll catch you all in a little bit. Who knows? Who knows when? I might do some more gaming later. But until then, you can check out our previous D&D streams at thegamerstale.com or thegamerstale.youtube, which you'll find in the links below. And you can find some of our previous gaming experiences for regular video games in the links in the description. I hope you all have a wonderful time, and cool music plays as lights go down, and we will catch you next time.